So we are discussing about the first topic. Our SAP first topic is SAP implementation project. In the implementation project, the first topic. So we discussed about the some theoretical discussions like SAP versions, and we discussed about the SAP implementation phases, where actually our work comes in the realization phase. So we have the preparation, blueprint, realization, final preparation, go live, and support. So run SAP. So these are the phases we discussed. And so here, so we are discussing about the realization phase. In the realization phase, where actually our work starts, installation work starts here. This is the pure technical work which we are started here. These are the things we discussed till now, right? And yesterday we discussed about the software requirements. What are the softwares and hardware required for? That is the one thing here, right? So for SAP installation, we need the multiple softwares we required. SWPM tool is required. Then exports are required. Then kernel is required. Then DB client is required. Then SAP the host agent is required. So these are the list of softwares are required to perform the SAP installation, right? SWPM tool is the software provisioning manager tool. So this is used to perform the installations. This is the tool which we have to use for installation here, right? Any SAP installation, this is a common tool which we have to use for SWPM, software provisioning manager tool. So exports are like a, it depends upon the product. In SAP we have number of products are there, right? ECC related products, NetWeaver related products, then PI related, PO related, Fiori related, S4 HANA related, CRM related, SRM related. So like that, whatever the product you are going to install it here, the respective exports we have to download it here. Only exports are the different packages remaining, and all the kernel. So kernel soft common softwares, kernel is the OS level libraries here. Kernel are the OS level libraries. This kernel will act as a intermediate between your operating system and SAP application. It's a mediator. Kernel is the mediator, but don't think like it's a small mediator. It's a heart for SAP applications, SAP systems. It's a heart. Okay. Then so DB client. So database depends upon the database. You can install the respective database here, right? Then host agent also depends upon the operating system. So exports and SWPM also depends upon the operating system we will download, right? So these are the softwares you required, which we have to download from the service marketplace, which we have downloaded yesterday, right? So then after that, move the softwares to the our common our practice server name. Only installation practice server name is called the, so this is a practice server name here. So here the installation practice server, this is our practice server. You need to log in with the your user ID. You need to log in with the your user ID here, right? So 2503, that is the installation practice server here. Only installation practice server. Sir, what about the other activities after the installation? Means we have the one main server without port number, that we will call it as the port number. This is the without port number. You will log into the same user, same credentials. We will log into the our main server also to practice the remaining things as well here. But we have installation, we have dedicatedly created the one new host, that is called the, this is the one, right? Here you can use the your own credentials. You can use the your own credentials. Then you can log in with the so your our practice host. You can log in with the practice host here, right? So initially, so we are doing on the Windows host, Windows server we are trying here, because of few are the new people, so they need to understand the process and everything. But the installation procedure yesterday, I explained starting the sum tool in Windows or starting the sum tool on the Linux, both are only different remaining activities which you have to open the URL in the browser. Then you need to start that part here. You need to open the URL in the browser. Then so we have to start working on that part here, right? So that is what the installation part here, right? So here what we have to do here, you need to uh, go to the our softwares folder here. We have to go to the our software folder here. Our softwares are located in the in the C drive. We have placed in the softwares are in the C drive here, right? So we have to go to the C drive. There we need to open. We need to let me go. So here you see the C drive here. In the C drive, so we have the softwares or SAP softwares are available here, right? You can go to the SAP softwares. You can go to the SAP softwares here. Here you can see the SWPM here, host agent, kernel. These are the exports. So we have the NetWeaver exports are there. We have the ECC exports are there here. Then DB client. So DB client, which we have to install separately here, right? So that will comes under the DB topic time. We will come to know how to install the HANA databases and all those things here, right? So that's not a problem. So now SAP softwares, you can go to the SAP softwares here, then go to the SWPM tool here, go to the SAP software and SWPM tool, just scroll down and just scroll down, just click on the SAP INST, just click on the SAP INST here, right? So Windows, right? Directly we can go to the SWPM folder. Do you will double click on the SAP INST? You will double click on the SAP INST here. So this SAP INST, it will start the tool, provisioning tool. It will open the one URL in the browser. It will open the one URL in the browser here. That's what it will happen it here, right? So you need to start the first thing is the start the SWPM tool here, right? As part of the prerequisites we already discussed, we need to download the all the required softwares, and you need to make sure you need to install the DB in advance before you go for the installation. DB installation we have to do it, right? So then here we used the SQL Server DB that is already installed it. Then for now we are using the SQL Server DB. Then later when we are working on the Linux, then we will work on the HANA database on top of the HANA DB. How can we install the SAP system? That is also we will get practice here, right? Two databases and two operating systems. We are getting practice here, right? So then open the URL from the browser. So URL will be generated in the Linux. That URL will be generated. So the URL will be generated. You have to manually copy and open in browser, right? You have to copy and open in the browser. But here the URL in the Windows systems automatically the URL will be generated here. Automatically the URL will be generated by the means it will open Windows system automatically, it will open in the browser. So Linux systems, we have to manually copy the URL and open in the browser. Why? Because since it is the Linux means it's a still black box. So in the black box, so nothing will works in the black box. So we have to manually take everything here. See here, our Windows operating system is the 2016 server here. This is the RAM size. This is our computer name, SAP Practice 1 means computer name. And in this computer name, you are installing the SAP then SAP system name is called the SAP practice name. In this computer name, you are installing the database, then this is name is called the SAP practice one. Here, what is the SAP system name means? This is the one. Why? Because in the same host, in the same computer name, in the same operating system, you are installing the SAP, right? Then same SAP name, DB name, so computer name, all are SAP practice one only here, right? 64 operating system. So the RAM is the 12 GB RAM. So operating system is the Windows Server 2016 here, Windows Server 2016 here, right? So this one we have to open the URL from the browser here. Browser we have to open. Actually, it will open automatically, so it will open the all the URLs and everything in the browser screen. So it will start it. It will start and it will open the URL here. So from there we need to do the our so activities here. From there we have to do the our activities here. So in the Linux system also, yesterday we discussed Linux system also. So yesterday we discussed same thing in the Linux system also. We need to start the SWPM as well here. We need to go to the so as Linux operating system. Let me show you. So just here, what we have to do, there is a Linux server here, KPS4 HANA. Then here we can go and so here you can just to go to the cd/media. So Linux, right? So some command through commands only we have to operate the Linux operating system and everything here, right? Go to the CD. So here we have the softwares are available here. SAP softwares are available here. Just to go to the here, then go to the SWPM software. Then so CD ls-lt, there is a commands here. So during the HANA DB administration time, all the Linux commands will be covered here. Then here SAP INST. So in the Windows level, you are just doing the double click. But here the Linux, right? You need to execute the /SAP INST. Then SAP INST will be started. See here, it's opened the URL in the browser. The URL has been opened in the browser here. Then we can do the installation here, right? We have to open this URL in the browser. We have to perform the installation. So same procedure, only the starting of the SWPM tool and Windows in the Linux, that is the difference here. Remaining steps and all common. You got the URL here, and same way we will also get the URL from the this operating system as well. This way, yeah. See here, same way we got the URL from here as well. See, same URL we got it from here as well. So then you can go to the advanced add. You can start the. I will do it in the different here. Will open in the same browser. So go to the advanced. So the port number for the SWPM tool is the 4237. Remember this one. This is one of the compulsory question here. Right? Is what is the port number for the SWPM tool here? Right? So then just click on, then proceed to the unsafe mode. Proceed to the unsafe here. Then here it will ask the user ID and password. Then you can enter the whatever the user ID you are started the installation, then same user ID you can enter. Then you can enter the user ID and password. Just click on the OK button. Then it will open the one screen in the browser, or it will open the URL in the browser here. So there is a host resolution file. Okay, that's fine. So we can also open the same host. So 2503 host SAP practice one. This is the one, right? So here you see here. So any kind of SAP installation as we discussed, right? So either S4 or ECC. But here you can choose the SAP NetWeaver 7.5. SAP the NetWeaver 7.5. You can choose it here. So or why? Because we can install either NetWeaver 7.5 or in this folder you have the ECC also ECC EHP 8 6.0. So this one also you can install it here, either anything. That's common steps here, right? Let's go with the I'm going with the NetWeaver 7.5 system. Then SQL Server database, expand the SQL Server data. You need to select the, once you select the product, you need to select the database. Then you are doing the installation, right? You are doing the installation path here. Then expand the installation. Then here you see the application server ABAP or application server Java, whatever you are going to do. So we are installing the ABAP system, application server ABAP system. You are going to install it here. Then installation, you can install the NetWeaver 7.5 ABAP system with the following options here: standard, distributed, high availability options. So this one we discussed, right? So standard are distributed or high availability systems here. So standard, normally we choose the standard in our installation host, local installation. So when it next click on the next button here, once you choose the tree, then it will go to the next step here, right? It will go to the next step. Do you want to new run? Okay. So what is the standard installations distributed? I mean, standard means on the same operating system, you are installing the data SAP and database on the same operating system. That is called the standard. That is called the standard here, right? So that means same operating system, you are installing the database, that is done, and SAP, that is going to be done. That is both are you are doing in the same operating system. So that is called the standard installation part. Standard installation part here, right? Then when it is the distributed means, in one operating system you are going to install the database, and one more operating system you are going to install the SAP application. So here is the database, here is the SAP, right? Both are in the different operating systems here, which means this is called the distributed, which means here you require the two operating systems licenses, support, network, hardware, some costly included here, some price is included here to get the distributed. But this is a safer approach. Why? Because SAP on the separate operating system, DB on the separate system, there is no slow, so we can work it out. So there is nothing issues will happen here. So high availability mode, which is meant like a, so two SAP systems here. High availability means, so in one data center, one SAP high availability mode. So that mode, if you install it here, then if any failure happens, you have the secondary, which means here SAP we are installing on the SAP, the ASS is, we are installing on the two host we are installing here. So then application servers are here, multiple application servers are here. So then you have the DB here. DB also we can install in the availability mode. We can do that one here, right? So that what will happen here, all application servers will point to the, so we'll point to the ASS instance here. All application server will point to the ASS instance here. So that so if this is down, this will automatically fail over to the this host. If this is down, automatically it will fail over to this host, which means it's a very high availability, 90%, 99.99 availability will be there. Why? Because if this host is crashed, immediately the services will fail over to this host. This is crashed, this host like this. Okay, like this, we have the this approach is there here, right? So now let's go with this operating system only. So here, see, it is running. So which means it is verifying the your files and everything. So we started the SWPM tool. The port number is the 4237. URL is opened in the browser. Then, so now it is so starting with the roadmap steps here. Here, the first steps we have to, that is called the define parameter section here. In the define parameter section here we have to define the parameters. Here we have to define the parameters, like, so like what is the SID, what is the instance number, provide, we can have to provide the kernel path, exports, all the information we have to provide in the define parameter section. Means we have to give the inputs here, this section important here. Then review parameter section, we have to review what we have given, right? Then execute service means system will take care of this part. Here you no need your, here system don't require our attention here. Only define parameter section, review parameter section, that's it. Then when you click on the next button, execute service, system will perform the installations, system will do the complete installations and everything in this phase here. Service completed. So main thing is the how you are giving the inputs and everything here, right? So then remaining step system will take care of the part here. Why? Because what steps you are giving here, that is the important step. What steps you are giving, that is the very important here. So still it is reading the some installation files, some binaries, XML files. It will initializing. So it means it's initializing. Then it will ask the some prompts. Prompts means it will ask the some fields to fill it out. Then we have to fill the fields, and some test WPM tool will validate those fields and will take into the next steps and everything here. So here to connect from other system, there is in the firewall. This is not required for you. So just some connectivity part I am checking here. This is the actually this we will call as the firewall work, network teamwork. So what they will do, they will allow the ports in the firewall so that so others means you can connect from the, so the main instance also, other application servers also, so you can connect it here. So but the port should be we have to enable it. The port we have to enable it here. For now, let make the all the logical ports. Allow the connection. all port. Actually, this we should not keep the all the ports actually. So why? Because so if we keep the all the ports, so anyone can connect. So there is a cyber attack will happen. So that's the reason we should not keep all the ports. Just only maybe whatever the ports you want to allow in the port to firewall. So just only those ports we have to allow it here. Now see it is opened from the in this browser because so in the other system I have opened. So just want to show you why, because so the ports we have enabled, sometimes you may face in the so some ports and everything, then that time actually network team will help us to enable the port in the so that thing, and they will enable it. So that is the case purpose. So I have so done this work here, so then I don't need here this one. Okay, so here this is the task list. So this is the SWPM. You can see the port number 4237, right? So then, so here it is the log files. You can see the log files, what's happening with the SWPM tool. This is the task list. This is the log file. So if you go to the log file, SAP inst.log file. So in the installation, the main important points are how to start the SWPM tool. So that is the one of the important thing here, how to start the SWPM tool here. The next one is like a, so the next one, so how to start the SWPM tool. And the next one is important thing is like a, so like what are the log files. So next first one, how to start SWPM tool. Then what is the port number for the SWPM tool? So what are the log files you refer in case of any errors here? What are so log files you refer in case of any issues? So starting the SWPM tool, go to the SWPM, click on the SAP INST here. The port number is like 4237 is the default port number. What are the log files you refer in case of any errors means that is called the SAP INST, SAP INST dot log file, or SAP INST underscore dev dot log file. These two log files are important. In this is the main important log file here. SAP INST dot log file here. If you open this log file here, it will clearly tell you what's happening with your system. So like what it is happening, all the log files, all the steps, whatever it is doing in the backend here. So everything will be done in this host here. Still see, even still see how much time it is taking. So installation is not that much of simple. Installation will take longer time here. So almost 4 to 5 hours it will take the installation, except our user inputs. So we giving the inputs, it will take 1 hour. So 1 hour maximum. Then after the system will take 4 to 5 hours. System will take to complete the installation. To complete the installation here. So these hours system don't require hours. We should be log into the system. So if you just leave it out, system will complete the installations and everything here. Only this 1 hour. So people has to give the inputs. Inputs means, so here mainly what is the SID, what is the instance number, what is the host name, what is the DB server name, kernel path location, kernel software's location, export software location, host agent location. So then finally review parameter section. So then these are the passwords. And these things are important thing here. These things are the very, very, very important thing here, right? So first time we started the SWPM tool, right? So that is the reason it is taking some time. Why? Because to get the inputs, it is taking some time. So it has to initialize the binaries at operating system level. Then it will check one by one, one by one. So next time when you open, next time whether you open, then it will not take much time. So it will complete. So immediately only here. This is the first our technical activity, like giving the inputs. So that is the where you need to most of concentrating. We have to concentrate on that area here. So here, so we have the multiple one drawback is here, installation at a time only one person can be performed, giving the inputs and everything. Only one person we have to do that one. So not all the person at a time here. So that is the one of the thing here. So what we have to do, we have to form a group, or one by one, we have to give the inputs, and we have to cancel at review parameter section itself. We have to cancel at review parameter section itself. We have to cancel it here. That's what. So we can do that one here. So why? Because everybody is using the same softwares, right? So then here SWPM tool will not allow you to do the, while others are doing, it will not allow you to another person to do the installation here. It will keep on asking the user ID, password, user ID, passwords. You will get the unauthorized error and everything. So before we start, check if anyone is doing. Why? Because if anyone is doing means he is from our group only. So just check, just post in the group who are doing, then that person will complete, he will update in the group saying that I have completed, then another person will take care of that part and everything here. So that installation part will, so only one person has to perform at a time, so other person has to wait. So that is only for installation thing only here. So other SAP activities and all other admin activities, SAP admin activities, multiple people multiple times they can log in, they can multiple sessions they can open, and they can perform the activities. Only installation is the problem here. So one by one we have to complete it here. So daily maybe we have to form a group. So members are there, 20 members are there, then we have to form a group. So daily, so we have to form a 3 groups or 4 groups, we have to form it in that groups. So we have to start the installations here. So we have to form a group. Then so then one group in one this one group in the, so one day second group, third group, fourth group. So then we can segregate it, or you can tell me the better plan, so that so the people will update in the group saying that they are doing the installation. Others can concentrate on the other SAP activities and everything here, right? That is the main thing. So now you see here we got the so screen. So in parameter settings screen here it is asking the typical or custom. So normally typical means SAP will take the default settings and it results small number of prompts, you will get it out. So custom means manually you have to provide all the parameters screen. Normally typical is enough, just click on the next button, then it will go and it will ask the another parameters. So this is the thing here. And main thing, once you start the SWPM, you need to just click on the next button, next button, like that. You have to do that one here, right? That is what we have to perform it here. So see, these all the things whatever happening in the backend, that will be recorded in the log files, in the SAP inst.log file, that will be recorded here in SAP inst.log file, that is recorded here. See here it is verifying the all the, so like your SWPM related files, binaries, so all the log files, it is verifying. So it verifying, then so it will ask the one more prompt, then we have to read that prompt and we have to click the next button, next button, like that. So we have to go with the installation here, right? So now next thing, it will ask the some other parameters. So like this it will ask it us.
Ravi, this is our ECC installation or S4HANA installation?
NetWeaver installation.
And upon network installation, we have ECC.
Any installation, either ECC or NetWeaver or S4HANA CRM, same steps we have to follow.
Okay. So you open the firewall. That means it is based on AWS or
It's a local
standard.
on-premises firewall system.
So for that means if it is local also we have to check the ports.
In case it's not happening in the organizations, yes. So it's SWPM, sometimes it won't open due to this, they will close all the firewalls and everything. So in that case, so yes, we have to check. We means if you work with the network team, so in the organization, they will take care of these parts. Slowly it is verifying all the files, XML files, everything. This is a SWPM. In the SWPM, whatever the files are there, it is verifying in that file itself whether those files are corrupted or it's there or not. It is verifying those files itself.
First we have to do the installation of NetWeaver, and upon that only we can go for ECC or S4HANA, right? So base is our NetWeaver, right?
NetWeaver separately we have to install it. NetWeaver also one of the SAP product separately. ECC also separate product. If you want to go with the ECC installation, then you need to download the ECC exports and everything. S4HANA exports. But NetWeaver is a separate product. We have to, so we have to install it. NetWeaver products are the basic products. So this one, so you have to manually, means we have to install it like this only. So then ECC also we have to go with the same, but during the selection screen, so you see right in the selection screen, you need to select the NetWeaver or ERP or S4HANA systems.
Okay, got it.
So it's collecting the information on installed SAP system. So it is checking also whether are there any SAP system is installed in the system, and also it's checking the drivers. So it tool will take care of, SWPM tool will take care of the all the things and everything here, right? So SWPM tool will take care of the, so checking the system consistency, pre-checks, swaps, everything, space, everything, it will take care of that part. So now it is asking the SID. SID means 3 alpha numeric characters here. So for SID, for every SAP system, we have to maintain the one. So one like SID, we have to give it here, right? So if it is a NetWeaver SID. So if it is the ECC, this comes with the ECC. For do better understanding purpose, you can keep the one common SID. You can keep it here. One common. So SID, if you keep it here, so that by seeing that SID, people can understand, okay, this is a NetWeaver development system. This is a NetWeaver quality system. This is a NetWeaver production system. So for the SID means 3 alpha. It should be 3 alpha numeric characters here. 3 alpha numeric characters here. It should be like, suppose A11, so B12, or ABC, or it should, we can type it here SID. But it should not be like 1AB. So number should not come first. That is the main thing here. 3 alpha numeric characters here. Then, so which means normally the standards people will follow. If you are installing the ECC, then they will go for the ECD, then ECQ, then ECP. P means production, D means development, Q means quality, ECR. So otherwise, ECC ED1, ECC development 1, ECC development 2, ECC development 3, some best standards they will follow. NetWeaver means NetWeaver development, NetWeaver quality, so NetWeaver production, like this, right? So DNS name is not required. So domain name means this is a www.google.coms. So that is called the domain name. So we don't have the domain name, it's not required. So then just click on the next button here. That is not required. Domain name is not required. That we can ignore it. That's why we uncheck it out. Then we proceed in the next steps here. So if it is a NetWeaver, depends upon the company. They will choose the so different NetWeaver means NetWeaver development. So NetWeaver 1, so NetWeaver development 2, whatever the SID. But the make sure number should not come in the first place. It's a 3 alpha numeric characters here. Okay, that is the SID. We have to keep it there here. Then password for all users here. So you need to keep the password for all the users here. Sir, what is the passwords? What are the users are getting created means? I will tell you. So what are the users are getting created here? So they are the users here. There are the 3 levels of users will be created. One is the so OS level users, then SAP level users, then DB level users will be created. So all the levels of users we are giving in one common passwords we are giving here. That is the difference between the typical and custom. So here SID ADM user, right? Then SAP level, there the 2 users are called the SAP star and DDIC, right? DB level, so DB SID ADM user here, right? So DB SID ADM user here, right? So SID ADM, if you keep the SID ABC, then ABC ADM. NWD ADM. SID depends upon the SID, this user's naming convention will change. But SAP level, the common users will be allocated here. Common users will be there here in the SAP level here, right? So OS level, these are the users, SAP, SID, ADM. In case it is a Windows, then SAP services SID that will be created. Linux, this will not be created here, right? So SAP level, these 2 users here. DB level, this 1 user will be created. This 1 user will be created here. SAP level, OS level, this user will be created here. So SID ADM, SAP service SID, SAP DB, these users are getting created here. This is the main thing of the our work here, right? So see here as SID ADM and services SID, these users are getting created here. So you can give different SID, that's not a problem, but the respective thing or respective details you have to provide it here. So each and everything will be tracked under the in this SAP inst.log file here. Each and everything it will track in this log file. So here see, execute the step, ask the passwords, that is done. Execute the step for asking the domain, that is not there. That is also we unchecked it, we click in next one. So each and everything will be updated in the log file. Each and everything updated in the log file. So this will helpful in case of any errors or any issues. This will be helpful for us to resolve the issues. So SID we have given. Then so next database related details it is asking. Then we have to choose the DB. So then next kernel software it will ask us. Then we have to once the kernel we have chosen, the next thing is like a so exports whatever the softwares, all the softwares it will ask, the SWPM tool will ask us to provide it. So we have to provide the all the task details and everything here. So instance, so here DB instance you can choose. This is the DB server details. DB instance name where we install the SAP database. and the SAP practice one. SAP also we are installing on the same host. So you need to just to select box and you need to select this one. Click on the next one. DB also we have given here. DB input also we have given. SID also we given. Passwords also we have given. The next thing is like a so kernel. In kernel we have to choose it. Then exports. So these things we have to choose now here. So it will ask, see here, kernel path it is asking. So SAP exe archives, this archives means these are the kernel files. Kernel file, this all we will call it as the kernels. Where the files are available in the C drive. In the C drive, SAP softwares. So this is the kernel location. Just to browse the kernel location here. Just click on the next button here. That's it. So here tool will do the validation. Tool will perform the validations of the kernels and everything here. Tool will take care of this part here. So it will take care of the all the things and everything. So it will validate it. See, it is validating. So here SWPM tool will not simply asking the softwares also. SWPM, what the SWPM will do? SWPM will tool so we'll validate the files as well. Whether you downloaded the wrong files, whether you downloaded files are corrupted, whether it's correct or not, it will validate it. Then only it will go to the next step. In case of these files are corrupted or not, you have downloaded for the different means. So immediately SWPM will throw the error messages in the display screen itself. It will throw the error messages here, right? So you can see the log file. It is referring to the SAP exe file. So then, so it's referring, it's extracting the files. So it is extracting the files. You see here, it is extracting, it is signed, it is accepting, it is extracting. Then we got the screen here. So then if you see, don't think like it is again, it is asking the same output. If you scroll down, it is see the files available. Then just click on the next button here. Then click on the next button. So next prerequisite checks results like, so this is not required. Swap size, it is taking that. So it's normal swap size should be the 20 GB, something they will tell like that's fine. Just click on the next button. So then we can skip the prerequisites check is, we can skip it out by clicking the no button. Yes means it will repeat again. So just click on the no button. So then it will skip it. Then host agent, it is asking the host agent also here. Then select the host agent screen. Then so browse the path of the host agent. Where is the host agent is located here, right? So then host agent location. Just click on the next button. So which means as part of the pre-steps, you need to download the all the required softwares. So carefully you have to download it, keep it ready in the one folder level, right? So then see here, sometimes the people will think like, sir, again, I given the host agent, again, it is asking the same path means it is not asking, it's saying that, yes, status is available. The host agent is correct file. So it's not corrupted. Then click on the next button. That's it. You have to scroll down and see. Then kernel we have given, host agent we have given, then SID we have given. Now it is asking the installation export of the NetWeaver 7.50. So where is the NetWeaver 7.50? So in the SAP softwares. So here, this is the NetWeaver 7.50 exports here, right? Choose, this is the ECC exports. So NetWeaver, we are product you selected initially like a NetWeaver, then you need to choose the NetWeaver only. But during the selection screen, if you choose the different one, then you need to give the different product name. You have to give it here, right? So then so it will validate it here. It will validate it. So each and every file, immediately if you browse the path, immediately if you choose yes, then it won't take it to the next screen. It will verify whether the data is correct or not. It will verify it here. then only it will go to the next steps here. Then only it will go to the next step here. See, it is verifying. See, verified successfully, accepted, verified is verifying. Each and everything is getting so verified here. So it is verifying, all the files are getting so verified, and it will take you to the next step. So why I chosen the NetWeaver means NetWeaver is the small installation product here. So that will complete very simply. So, but if you choose the ECC and other systems, in the verification itself, it will take the longer hour sometimes. So that's the reason. So I chosen the NetWeavers here.
Sir, what is the host agent? Can you repeat once again?
Host agent is the operating system level, one of the agent, one of the person operating system level. It will collect the host level. Host means your operating system level information like CPU, memory, network, all the information. It will collect it. It will send the data to the SAP. So that time, so host agent is required. So SAP is required the host agent also to collect that type of information. So that is the reason we selected the host agent. So here the server data files, small system, medium company, large company. You are installing the SAP system for the small. That's fine. You can choose the small system. Click on the next button here. Yeah. So only the any SAP installation common steps you will get same steps. Only export time you need to choose the, if it is a net ECC, then ECC exports, NetWeaver exports. You have to choose it. But remaining all the steps are common procedure, same screens, same thing, same, everything is same log files, everything is same. Only export time you choose in the NetWeaver exports. But if you are installing the ECC, then you need to choose the ECC exports. That is only difference. So next, the remaining and all not required. Why? Because we chosen the all the files. So next, so we chosen the all the files. That's fine. Then number of jobs 3. That's fine. All the softwares you have chosen, kernel chosen, exports chosen, DB client, host agent, SWP, everything is done. Now you need to just choose the, so just click on the next button. So here the instance number it is asking, So pass. So whenever you are doing the SAP installation, it will create the two instances here. One is the ASS instance, second one is the pass instances here. I will tell you what is that. So whenever SAP that host that instance numbers we have to choose it here. SAD instance number for instances. So any SAP system, if you install it here, it will create the so two instances here, right? SLD it's not required. Two instances means one is the ASS instance, second one is the presentation layer, then application layer, then DB layer here, right? Three layers are creating, right? So presentation layer, SAP layer, DB layer here. Then click on the next, just click on the next button so that it will, if any during the gap, we can discuss about these things. Remaining parts in the next. That's it. Why? Because so it will take it default one and we can just take it out. The default one, recommendations ones are fine. So see here, now review parameter section. Review parameter section means you have given the all the defined parameters. See, typical NWD. So then everything is done. So kernel you have given, DB instance details, then host agent you have chosen. So then SAP host agent, small files, then instance numbers, pass and ASS, I will tell you. So then anything. So now this is the place if you want to change back. So, sir, I given the wrongly SID. Now I want to change. I have given the wrong instance number. SAP taken the default one. I want to give the 10 and 11. So then you can just select it here. Just click on the revise. Then you can choose the same here. So up to here, you should know here. Right up to review parameter section, everybody should know about these things and everything here. Right? Why? Because the next thing is not required. Normally, what the other people will do, so just they will give the inputs review parameter section, they will cancel it. So if they want to do the full installation, then you no need to do anything. Just click on the next button, then it will go to the execute service. Then SAP system will take care of the install. You no need to anything. You have to wait for 4 to 5 hours. You have to wait in front of the screen and you have to see. So it's not required. Just click on the so it's not required. Just click on this button. Then so that will be completed here. So that will not require. So that others can progress the installation here. So this is the installation parts which we have to do that one here. Okay. So now what you can do, so you can start the installation. So anyone just to maybe if you want to start as a groups, why? Because at a time only one person is possible. So in that case, what you guys can do, so form a group, or if you want me to form a group, then 20 members are there. So what I will do, I will make it as a groups, 3 members, four members, so that one group will share, will do the installation for today. Another group will do the installation tomorrow. So like that, if you divide it and divide and conquer it, so that so it won't impact on the others will concentrate on the validating their access and everything here. So this way, so we can progress the activities and everything here. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe someone, if you take the lead, so then so form a groups, maybe that's your wish. So otherwise, so but whoever doing either groups or anything, just update in the group saying that I am doing the installation or we are doing the installation in the first group, so that others they won't they will concentrate on the other works. So you guys once finish it, if you update it, then others will jump into the installation. Meanwhile, you can work on the other activities. So like this. So in this way, everybody will get the chance to perform the installations and everything. But we are starting some other person also logged into the system and they are also doing the same kind of installation. It won't allow you to the second person. Why? Because the first person already launched the SWPM tool. So it will allow you. So then you need to do something and everything. Again, you will report to me. Then I will check and say like it's already done. Installation is already doing by the other person. It's not it's possible for you. So then you have to wait. Instead of this type of miscommunications, if you just update in the group whoever doing, so just others knows you are doing, then immediately once you've done it, giving the inputs and everything, then others can proceed with the next installation steps and everything. Okay.
Indra, I think you
Yes.
have covered user and password, right? So I'm
Yes.
unable to log in to practice installation. So can you check and let me know?
Same.